Boys and girls, this is the Undisputed Era. Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly, Roderick Strong, and you're listening to Going In Raw, baby.
Hey guys, this is Charlotte, and you're watching Going In Raw. Going In Raw. That sounds terrible.
What's up, it's your girl Sasha Banks, the legit boss, and you are watching Going In Raw. You like that?
Hey, friendo, Steve here.
And Larson.
And welcome back to Going In Raw, the only pro wrestling podcast you need to be listening to right here at youtube.com/Steve and Larson, and available wherever podcasts can be found. Be sure to hit that subscribe button and the notify bell next to it to make sure you always get your new Going In Raw notifications. We're also available on the Patreon at patreon.com/Steve and Larson. We have a variety of reward tiers. It's the first of the month.
Oh, yeah.
So step up and get your checks and cash them now. Isn't that how the lyrics go?
It's the first of the month.
So get your
checks.
So cash your checks and come up.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Anyways, we got a bunch of new patrons starting at the $1 mark. You'd be surprised at how far $1 goes right here at Going In Raw. You get a shout out here on the show. You get the show ad free. At $5, you get all sorts of bonus content throughout the week. It's a lot of fun. We got a bunch of new patrons, so I'm going to go ahead and give them some shout outs. Let's take a look here. That's weird. Hold on a second. It didn't do like a proper. I put in Patreon and then Meet in the search engine for on my email.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
And it's supposed to bring up all the Patreon stuff, but it's got like all sorts of different, like YouTube, Twitch. Why would YouTube know? Why would I get next? This is not working properly. Anyways, we got some new patrons. Larson,
yeah,
and I've been able to find them even through all this email stuff.
Interesting.
Let's see here.
Interesting.
Justin Rogers, Matthew Robertson, Jennifer Parker, Matt Oates, Christopher Glidden, and yeah, that's it.
Thank you, one and all.
Thank you very much for your support. It really does go a long way. It's WrestleMania week. Woo! Are you tired yet?
Yeah, I'm hungover too.
Oh, you went out drinking?
No, I drank at home.
Yes.
We had friends over
That's awesome.
last night, and I guess I had more wine than I thought.
Oh, I love it. Man, you and the wife. My wife, she went on what they call a bender in some parts of the world.
I'm familiar with the term.
Yeah,
yes.
and whoo boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't feel like terrible. My tummy's a little iffy, and I'm
Yeah.
tired because whenever apparently I drink, like in excess, apparently,
Yeah.
I don't sleep well. So I've been up since about 4 o'clock this morning.
I couldn't get to sleep last night either, but that's because I took a nap yesterday. I went to Denio's yesterday.
Yeah, you sent me that picture.
It was
yeah.
awesome. That place is great.
It's something else, huh?
It's like a whole nother world.
Yeah.
But just in Roseville.
So I went years ago to a swap meet in Las Vegas when we were visiting family, and that was like another world. It was like, because a lot of those places there or the booths were selling like knockoff, like Nike stuff,
Awesome.
shirts and stuff.
Yeah.
So it looked like Nike stuff, just a little bit off.
Oh, I love it.
So it's all Bizarro stuff.
I know. I'd rather wear that stuff. It's like alternate universe stuff.
Yeah, I actually did. I think when I was there, I got a T-shirt.
That's perfect. That's great. I know. I didn't get enough stuff. Like when we had Alabama there, like I want to go back with Lacey just and drop off Bama with the parents or something. When you have like a little kid, it's a nightmare.
Yeah, I
it's
imagine.
like, oh my God, any of these people could just grab her if I not pay attention for a second.
Because it's this huge sprawling grounds. Yeah.
It's like a city state.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's what's going on there.
I've never, apparently in LA at the Rose Bowl in Pasadena, there's a really good swap meet like once a month. I never got a chance to go when I lived in LA.
Yeah.
I heard some good things about it though.
So anyways, yeah, good stuff. WrestleMania week, got a lot coming up. Friday night, of course, we're going to be doing our TakeOver live reactions.
I think TakeOver starts at 4, right?
Yeah.
4 p.m. Pacific.
So I got to figure out the kid situation there. We should just bring all our kids here during TakeOver. No. And then Sunday is actual WrestleMania.
Do we know when that kickoff show starts? Is it 2?
Oh, I'm surprised you didn't put that in the notes for the show today. Yeah, it's scheduled. The entire block is 7.5 hours. I'm pretty sure it's scheduled from 2
to
until 9:30. Right,
Oof.
that sounds right.
I got a thing at my youngest kid's school that goes till 2 o'clock on Sunday. I'm gonna be tired before I even get here.
I told Lacey weeks ago, and I've reminded her once a week, or actually once every couple of days. It's Mania week. Sunday, I'm literally rolling out of bed at like noon.
Yeah.
And then I'm rolling into work.
Yeah.
So we got that going on. That should be a lot of fun. And then we're going to be debuting, going to be rolling out our new shirt sticker pack this week
yeah.
also.
Yeah.
We just have to get like all the assets together to like put it up on the actual shop.
Mm-hmm.
And but then all during Mania, all the live stream stuff, we're going to have a promo code.
Yeah.
So don't buy it without that promo code. It gets
Don't do that.
20% off.
Yeah, don't do that.
So yeah, let's talk about this John Oliver thing.
Yeah, I watched it when I got into
last
work today.
night.
Yeah.
I watched it this morning over breakfast and then listened to the rest of it on the way over in the car. Kind of interesting. WrestleMania week, WWE getting called out. Stuff that we've known about and we've talked about.
I mean, I don't know if it's gotten excuse me. This kind of spotlight from a mainstream outlet. Just
right.
The working conditions that WWE talent have to work through in order to pursue their careers in WWE. And rightly, John Oliver took the company for task for not taking responsibility or more responsibility for several issues that seem to plague wrestlers when they are wrestling and afterwards. As far as current stars, no off season, no health benefits beyond if the injury actually happens in the ring.
Mm-hmm. The labeling of. It's funny because he mentions the number one. I just in a nutshell, I love the piece. I thought it was really, really well done. Yeah. I'm a big fan
Even
of John
Jim
Oliver.
Cornette liked it.
That's not surprising. He
said it's like in 40 years the best mainstream piece that's been done in pro wrestling.
Yeah. It was terrific. I'm really looking forward to Viceland. Vice has a great series.
Dark Side of the Ring.
Really good looking production value series.
To the WrestleMania 17, something to wrestle over the weekend, and Conrad was talking that up, chatting that up. Yeah. So that was I was a big fan of the piece. I thought it was great. I think that the WWE they for ages now. I mean, look, this is the kind of thing. We're a wrestling podcast. We rely on the WWE for our content. We're big fans of the product. But, we always try to acknowledge you got to keep it real. You got to keep it honest. Yep.
And the reality is, these working conditions are terrible. Like every night they go out there and it's like they're getting in a little car accident, sometimes like a major car accident.
Yeah.
And they don't have any off season.
No.
And WWE takes care of them inside the ring.
Outside, they're on their own. And once they're done with them, that's kind of it. This is not a thing that's exclusive to WWE. I mean, any independent contractor and what we're living in right now, especially in this country, is more and more of this. It's the norm. The freelance economy has kind of been dubbed.
The gig economy.
Yeah,
where companies don't take responsibility for the people that are making them money. And the WWE has long been in wrestling. Pro wrestling has long been. This that's how they've been running their business.
I guess what separates WWE from most other freelance independent contractor situations is that WWE wrestlers, while technically labeled on WWE's part independent contractors, are not independent at all. They sign exclusive deals with the company. They just can't up and decide, I'm going to go wrestle for All Elite Wrestling because I'm an independent contractor. They can't do that.
Yeah.
So their titles are misnomers. They're not independent contractors, but in every sense beyond the title, they are employees. Yeah, but they are not treated as such.
Yeah. I had a similar situation back with Machinima. I was a freelancer literally until 4 months before we got laid off, and luckily, my wife works for the post office, and so I had health care thanks to her. But companies all over the place. This is not exclusive. No. The companies all over the place do this, and it's like in every aspect, I was an employee of Machinima except for the actual title. Exactly. It's like I didn't get healthcare. I had performance reviews as a freelancer. So companies all over the place do this.
Guess you got to do your performance reviews.
I know you always gave me stellar reviews.
I did. Well, you earned them, Steve.
Yeah, because you had to sit there across from like your best friend, give him a performance review.
Like this guy, terrible. The
worst. You should have used your good. Unfortunately, we didn't have going in math back then.
No, yeah, I know. I should have.
In ring 2, look 3. 3. Promo's a 9.
Promo's 9. Legacy 4 at best. Kayfabe booked week 1.
That was my opinion. You just hand that in, that performance review. Larson, we've got some problems with your performance review of Steve here. This is some weird math.
So no,
what is IR?
That's definitive.
I
saw the system you had, and I improved it.
So yeah, this is all stuff that, and this is all stuff. He makes a lot of really, really good points. It's all stuff that we've talked about before.
And I will say this:
paints Vince in a hilariously bad light.
He does, but he doesn't bury the industry.
He doesn't bury it. No,
he says. I think to paraphrase, he says wrestling is better than anything you like.
Yeah,
something like that.
Like it comes at it from the standpoint of I'm a fan of wrestling. We really just here's the funny thing. You can't be mad at this piece. All he's advocating for is a healthier situation for pro wrestlers, for the people that we appreciate and that we go to the shows for. I don't go to the shows to watch like the shareholders.
No.
I go to watch wrestlers.
Yeah.
And I care about their well-being.
Yes.
It's not that difficult. It's not like a political thing.
No, that shouldn't be controversial.
It really shouldn't be. And so, I mean, and were there bits and pieces that they used out of context to conveniently fit? No, I'm going to say conveniently to fit a narrative.
To
sure,
fit
like
their narrative, yeah.
When they talked to Bret Hart, when they aired the piece from Bret Hart in '98 from the Wrestling with Shadows documentary, yeah, Bret Hart ended up, he was obviously fairly bitter, as he seems to have been much of his career because of the, but I think that was one of Bret's more honest moments. He came back to the company in 2006 for the Hall of Fame, 2010 to have like a really short sort of thank you run or whatever. But there was a lot of truth in that piece, and if you want to bash it, that's totally fine. But if you want to be honest with yourself, if you want to, and regardless if you think John Oliver's funny or not, I personally think he's incredibly funny.
Yeah.
There's like one joke in there that didn't fly that everybody's sort of going, talking about, and that's the Roman Reigns pedophile joke, which I didn't even really understand, to be honest with you. But it was like the one bad joke out of 23 minutes of really good ones. That sort of stood out, but no. Otherwise, I thought it was really well done. And sometimes, I don't understand having when people have sort of a blind loyalty. Like literally, we make our living based off the WWE.
Yeah.
If anybody should have a blind loyalty to the company, it should be us. But you got to be honest about these things.
Yeah.
Conditions should be improved for their workers.
Absolutely.
They should be.
And we've mentioned it. Brian Zane's done videos on improvements that could be made to the industry, off seasons, that kind of stuff.
We've joked about it and made it a thing in when we do our silly Stephen Larson Book Raw show. How like we'll have wrestlers off for a spell and they'll come back. Well, it's their mandatory time off.
Yeah.
We've made it a thing when we book the show. But it's true. They should take time out. That's one thing that's always kind of boggled my mind a little bit, is the idea that big returns generates a big buzz.
Oh yeah,
big
definitely,
word of mouth.
definitely.
Like I feel like you'd be killing a couple birds with one stone.
Yeah, you definitely
if
would.
you were to do that.
Yeah.
But they've elected not to. But no, I thought it was a very effective piece.
The clip that was shown of Vince with that interview, right? It was like on 2020 or something like that, I think, years ago, where he smacked the clipboard out of the guy's hand.
Yeah.
And those again, the WrestleMania 17 Pritchard podcast. They talk about Vince's interview with Bob Costas, because I guess that all happened around the time of WrestleMania. What was that? 2001.
Okay.
I remember that one. That was an exceptionally contentious interview.
Yeah.
And Pritchard kind of says, "Well, I don't, we don't. He doesn't know how much of it was shoot was work." But he says, "Well, Vince is the showman, and everybody remembers it." So, yeah.
I don't know. That's an interesting point of view, I suppose. I mean, he's also a rich guy who doesn't like being taken to task.
Yeah.
So, like when he gets beat up on TV, it's on his own conditions. It's at his own volition and so when he's taken to task for stuff like that, I don't know how much of that is the line between. I'm kind of curious what the line, how blurry the line is between what we, Mr. McMahon on TV and the actual Mr. McMahon. He seems to. Wrestling is so weird, and Mr. McMahon is so weird. He seems to thrive on portraying a cartoonish version of a very real person,
Yeah.
like reveling in how bad of an employer he could be.
Yeah, I know. Well, he just seems like an interesting fellow.
Yeah.
Entirely. Like I was reading Jericho was on some podcast, and Vince considers Owens-Jericho's match at WrestleMania 33 one of the worst WrestleMania matches ever.
Wait, he considers what match?
The one where Kevin Owens went backstage and said, "Are we good?" And Vince says, "No." WrestleMania 33.
Oh yeah.
He said Vince told Kevin Owens that was one of the worst WrestleMania matches ever.
Wow. That kind of speaks really highly of what he probably feels about Kevin Owens.
That's what Jericho said. Is like,
yeah,
he must like you, so he's putting you through training camp essentially. Because I guess he was doing the same to Jericho when he signed on.
He has like such high expectations that any disappointment. That's interesting. I didn't hear that. The only thing that they sort of omitted. It's kind of interesting doing this every single day and being able to watch a piece and being able to mentally fact check it. How they didn't mention the fact that they, which I think is a pretty cool thing, they do pay pretty much any rehab fees for substance abuse issues. Yeah. After the fact, like Jeff Jarrett, I think just went to rehab on their dime.
Yeah, and Scott Hall has several times.
Scott Hall,
my understanding.
I think X-Pac has said that. And those are pretty pricey bills right there. So they've done that, but by and large, things could definitely get better.
Yes, absolutely.
And it'll be interesting. I mean, I feel like in a lot of aspects, that's one of the better uses of social media has been to affect a positive change across the board in a lot of people's lives. And I wonder, is that going to be a thing? Like, is it possible that that'll ever be a thing where the fans will take over to the degree that, they care enough to the degree that they'll start some chants about,
I know, give them insurance.
Fair play for wrestlers.
I know.
Fair play for wrestlers.
Or, Off season.
Yeah, right.
Let them rest.
Yeah. Let them rest. That's good. So yeah. Oh, they did mention that. Okay, I must have missed it. The rehab stuff.
Oh, okay.
So never mind then. Didn't miss anything. They covered it all.
Yeah.
Good job.
Thorough. Complete.
But no, it's definitely. We'll put a link in the description once this goes live to the VOD.
Yeah.
We'll put a link in the description if you're listening to this on the audio version. It's really good. Watch the entire thing's on YouTube right now.
Yeah.
So you can check it out. I actually got to shout out A.O. Worm because I was looking for this morning and he posted up in the Friendoverse. But apparently Pro Wrestling Sheet has a video too.
Yeah.
It's out there. You can check it out.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to find. Sean Ross Sapp was tweeting.
Last week tonight's YouTube channel has the entire thing too. And like I said, it comes from the standpoint of, hey, we're fans of wrestling.
And we want what's best for the performers.
Exactly.
Totally.
Yeah. So, anyways. Let me bring up the notes here. Here we go.
Yeah.
Before we continue, Larson, here's a word from the sponsor of today's show, Quip. One of the most important things we do for our health every day, Larson, is brushing our teeth. The problem is most of us don't do it properly.
But Quip is a better electric toothbrush designed by dentists and designers to make brushing your teeth simple, affordable, even enjoyable.
Most people brush too hard, so Quip utilizes sonic vibrations that are gentle for sensitive gums. And Quip features a built-in timer that gives you a pulse every 30 seconds to let you know that it's time to switch sides, because most of us don't brush for a full 2 minutes or brush our teeth evenly.
And maybe best of all, Quip makes keeping your mouth clean easy. Brush heads are delivered every 3 months for just $5, which is great for me because I don't like leaving the house. Those are just some of the reasons why I and 20,000 dental professionals love Quip.
Quip starts at just $25, and if you go to getquip.com/goinginraw right now, you get your first refill pack for free with the Quip electric toothbrush. Again, get your first refill pack for free by going to getquip.com/goinginraw.
And thanks to Quip for sponsoring today's episode, and you're really helping out the show by going to getquip.com/goinginraw.
I use mine every morning and night, and it is kind of cool because it's like you're doing this quadrant, and then it's like it stops and tells you to do the other one.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, I'll do this one here. I like being told what to do. I'm a good worker bee. Tell me what to do, and I'll do it.
Really?
Tell me what to write, and I'll write it on there.
You want to write it on there?
Exactly. No, it's great. My teeth feel great. It's awesome. It's good stuff. So anyways, like we said earlier, it is WrestleMania week, and there's been no sign of, actually, a couple wrestlers. The Undertaker, no
None.
sign of him. John Cena,
None.
we never are able to see him.
True.
That's
so I
kind
guess
of his gimmick.
that's the norm.
Yeah, but he might be in line for a secret Mania match. Larson,
Yes.
what is this?
Dave Meltzer said in a recent episode of Wrestling Observer Radio that John Cena apparently has a match at WrestleMania 35, and it's top secret.
Secret.
He says, quote, the Cena match is being kept
secret. Truth exposed.
I mean, even people who know everything don't know that one. I mean, people internal do know, but I don't know who it is. It's not Kurt for sure. He's got nothing to do with the Kurt match. Kurt is wrestling.
Well, wait a second. How does Meltzer say, I don't know who it is, but I'm going to tell you who it's not? Seth Rollins.
Yeah. It's not Kurt for sure. He's got nothing to do with the Kurt match. Kurt is wrestling Baron Corbin unless there's another guy who's coming in that we don't know what it's going to be. And so could it be Lars Sullivan potentially? That was back when Lars was going to get called up, we heard that this was a match, Cena versus Lars at Mania.
Kind of needs to be a build for that, though.
Yeah, absolutely. And apparently, no, that's not going to be it because Meltzer says, quote, I don't think they're going to do a match with Lars, but I wouldn't be surprised if John Cena beats somebody and Lars shows up and destroys him.
Speculation.
Pure speculation. I mean, it's possible. Maybe a little early for Lars, but just the way Triple H talked when he was asked about Lars and other things I've heard, Lars, I'm thinking, is coming back fairly soon. I don't know that's 100%. But certainly leaning in that direction. I can say for sure it's leaning that direction. He just said that. And Triple H kind of sort of hinted that as well.
Not in that conference call, he didn't.
No.
That's not.
Lars is probably going to show up on the Raw after Mania. That'd be my guess.
I mean, I wouldn't even.
As opposed to WrestleMania.
Well, if I had to say one or the other, yeah, it's probably the Raw after WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm.
No, right here's the thing. In WWE, nobody knows who Lars is. They ran a bunch of video packages. He's like the Calabac.
Yeah,
they ran a bunch of video
Dan
packages.
Matha of main roster.
Yeah, they ran a bunch of video packages, which were very well done. But until you've seen him out there, and in the land of main roster, because you're not, they don't treat NXT like it's anything. Like I wish they would. I really wish they would, but they kind of don't. So I don't know. I could see that being a big debut on the Raw after Mania, maybe.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Another WrestleMania 35 news. Looks like the Raw tag team titles won't be defended on the card, according to Meltzer. There's a tag title match tonight. We'll get to that in the extensive. It's the longest Raw preview I recall seeing of late. Meltzer said, quote, it will not be unless things change tomorrow. The Revival versus Aleister Black and Ricochet at WrestleMania. Right now, that match on Raw is designed to build to a different title defense and have a way to get a new program going.
What does that mean?
I take it to mean that
that match on Raw is designed to build to a different title defense.
I'm guessing someone will come and interfere or something. So the
Rude
Revival,
and Gable had been announced for the
Battle Royal.
So
It's not them.
is a Razier or Akam back, whichever one is injured?
No, I thought he was going to be out for a while.
Yeah. No, that's interesting. So
Larson
Larson,
be a heel versus heel team. That's not going to work.
here we go.
Oh, you're springing the whiteboard on me.
Whiteboard time. Whiteboard time. We're gonna power rank John Cena's secret WrestleMania opponent. Secret. Truth exposed. That's the fastest. Now you're doing it the fastest way. What was on there before? Oh, NXT stuff. All right.
All right, whose WrestleMania opponent is John Cena's?
Okay, who's number one? I still say number one's got to be Baron Corbin, right?
No, number one I still feel like it's got to be Kurt Angle.
Oh, I'm sorry, Kurt Angle. Yeah, Kurt Angle. And remember, Dave said it's not Kurt Angle.
Two is got to be Elias. Elias' performance is going to get interrupted by somebody.
Oh, number one should be Elias. I'm sorry.
I have to erase this again. Thanks for that. Then Kurt.
Then Kurt. Numero tres. Number three. Number three. I mean, I guess Lars.
No, I'll put him at 5.
Lars is 5. Undertaker, number 4.
They can do that again?
Yeah. What if they just do that perpetually for like 5 years? They just do Undertaker, Cena in these impromptu 3-minute matches. Like Cena shows up as a fan again. He said, "Yeah, I didn't want to make a big deal about it because I didn't want Undertaker to attack me again."
And then Undertaker attacks him nonetheless.
Yeah, it turns into like a hardcore title type thing.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Where it's just they just cut to like the concourse and they're
throughout
fighting
the whole 7.5 hour show. They're fighting. Yes.
Yeah, exactly. 7.5 hours, man. Oh my goodness!
We got
gracious.
a lot of Red Bull.
Yeah, we got a lot. Thanks to the people at Red Bull.
Thanks,
They
Red Bull.
Gave us like 4 cases.
It's a ton.
4 cases of it.
So who else
We're gonna start selling Red Bull now.
Who
Who
else?
else? Number 3.
Number 3.
Let's see if chat has any good ideas.
Yeah.
Kurt Hawkins. Oh.
R-Truth.
Oh. How is number 1 not R-Truth?
We'll make
At this point, I'm just sort of messing with you. There you go. Number 2, R-Truth. Number 3, Kurt, Undertaker, Lars. That's a solid.
There you go.
That's
Definitive.
a solid. Yeah.
Definitive.
There you go. And then also you have to book. Listen, real quick. You need to book right here. You need to book Nitro and Thunder. How does that go again? You got right here. Because you do Nitro on Tuesday. And then
Nitro on Monday, and then Thunder on
Thunder on Tuesday. But then you got another Nitro on Monday. I think Mustafa Ali's in the Battle Royal.
Yes.
Who's in the Battle Royal? Let's look at the Battle Royal really quick.
Everybody.
Yeah. Well, we can eliminate matches considering the Battle Royal.
Yeah. I mean, Aleister Black and Ricochet are not.
Right.
The Revival are not.
I kind of feel like we're not going to see Aleister Black and Ricochet at Mania because they're going to be in a huge match at
2 days
TakeOver.
prior. Apparently, Nakamura is not on the list for the Battle Royal.
Oh, and they finally announced.
The Women's Battle Royal, yeah. And Asuka is prominent in the graphics, so she's going to be in it.
Yeah. Let's see here. So Andrade's in it. Apollo Crews is in it. That's not surprising. Titus O'Neil's in it. Is he gonna go under the?
That might be his gimmick now.
That might be his
Falling.
thing now, huh?
Falling. Colin Jost and Michael Che are in it.
Tyler Breeze with his new haircuts in it. Did you see the gifs? I think it was it Ryan the Guppy on Twitter was posting gifs from like his match against EC3 at on main event.
Yeah. That Hurricane Run was
It's like
awful.
all sorts of botches and stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's all weird. Jinder Mahal is in it. Not a surprise. No Way Jose. That's the least surprising entrant. Bobby Roode and Chad Gable. Boy, they've fallen. Kalisto, Gran Metalik, and Lince Dorado. They're all in it. Bo Dallas and Curtis Axel.
Club's in it.
Heath Slater and Rhino.
Hardys are in it. That was surprising.
That's surprising. So we're not going to get the Usos versus Matt and Hardy. I'm sorry, Matt and Jeff Hardy. We're not getting that. Otis and Tucker are both in it.
Yeah.
EC3's in it, so at least good for him. He'll
He'll get his WrestleMania moment in the Andre Battle Royal.
Boy, oh boy. And then Ali's in it.
Mustafa Ali.
Mustafa Ali. Sorry. Mustafa Ali. Shelton Benjamin's
You
in
didn't
it.
mention the Ascension. How dare you?
I have no reason to mention them.
Also,
It's just dude, how many tag teams are in this?
seemingly a lot.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
So 16 participants in a 30-man Battle Royal.
8. This is the majority is tag teams.
That's crazy.
That's how crap their tag division is. That's terrible. I assume we're going to get Usos Thiebar.
Heard Usos versus... Meltzer said Usos versus Thiebar versus Nakamura and Rusev versus New Day.
That sounds right. That makes sense. That sounds right.
Mm-hmm.
That'll be good. That'll be a good match. And then, of course, there's also, they've confirmed, like you said, or like we mentioned, the Women's Battle Royal.
Yeah.
And let's see, how many people are going to be in this one?
20 or 30.
So it hasn't said, but the confirmed participants for this are, of course, Asuka, Carmella, Naomi,
You see Naomi's tweet about it?
Lana.
Said, are they going to cancel this too?
Yeah. Good for her, man. Mandy Rose, Sonya Deville, Nikki Cross, Dana Brooke, Ruby Riott, Liv Morgan, Sarah Logan, Mickey James, Zelina Vega. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So if it's 20 person, if it's 20 woman, then there's room for 7. That sounds right.
Yeah, because there's going to be some NXT talents in it too.
And maybe like a couple of legends. Maybe Alita or Trish or something like that.
I don't know. I mean, if Lita or Trish was going to do anything, you'd think they would be in the Natalya Beth Phoenix spot in the tag team title match.
Maybe we'll get some lower level legends like Michelle
There you
McCool
go.
or Kelly or
It'd be cool if Molly Holly was in it.
I just want Candice LeRae in it.
Yeah.
How about this? Add Candice LeRae to
And
the
have her
main
win
event.
it. And have her win it.
No, to the main event.
Well, yeah.
Oh, and then have her win it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Both titles.
Totally.
That's good.
All the titles.
So yeah.
Speaking of NXT talents, Tommaso Ciampa, of course, he's had neck surgery. And he posted a thing on Twitter today, I think, that might shed some light on how serious this neck injury might have been. Quote,
Pretty serious.
In May of 2017, they told me no one has ever had 3 major surgeries in a 12-week span returned at a competitive level. I returned to the most successful run of my career. This week, I should be preparing to walk in the main event of TakeOver New York on WrestleMania weekend as NXT champion. This match meant more to me than anyone will ever understand. The opportunity was taken away from me. In March of 2019, they told me that if I returned, then it would be on borrowed time. To be continued.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if that's character Champa talking about that, or if that's for reals. Like, you know what I mean? Like the neck's nothing to mess around with.
Yeah, no, I would think that's probably directly from the mouth of a
Probably
doctor.
is. Probably is.
That sounds about right. That's horrible. God, that would suck, man. That's awful. Like, God, like reaching the peak of NXT, of like, you are the hottest thing. Then that lame call up, that lame half-ass call up.
I know, man.
And then you got to go.
Yeah. Yeah, Triple H spoke a bit about Ciampa's injury and kind of their handling of it, which seems iffy, because they knew about the neck injury before he got called up. I know. This is what he said. We knew, quote, or do you want to do this? This is Triple H.
I'll do this one, yeah. We knew the length of time probably that
I'll
it
go
was.
up here.
Oh, obviously we knew about it. We knew it was going to be a necessity going forward, but the decision was made of, let's do this with the main roster. Let's give him that exposure. Oh, that's the worst line ever. Hey, he's got a bum neck. Let's give him exposure.
I know. Let's make him work more. Hey. It's sort of like, hey, we're hiring writers. Sure, I write. What's the pay? Exposure.
Exposure. I want to do a comic book. Any artists out there want to work for some exposure? Can I pay bills with exposure? Yeah, no. He continues. He'll take some time off, get fixed up, and be back better than ever. More, but better. Unfortunately, with the type of injury he had, neck injury.
Yeah, neck injury.
It went from one thing to another very rapidly. We couldn't wait. It changed from being something manageable to being something that it was not a risk we were willing to take for anything. So we moved him immediately doing the surgery. A lot of thought put into all the conversations, but clearly something we knew about. There was a plan for him on all aspects of it, including him taking time off down the road to get it fixed. He continues. We knew the length of time probably that it wasn't going to take for a return, As you're looking at this, there are certain things that are manageable, and you can manage the situation where there's no risk, no damage, no anything. You're just managing the symptoms and getting to where you have to have, it's something you have to take care of eventually. Then the situation changed. Instead of being manageable, it progressively got worse. When we saw that, we made the decision with him to go in the direction we did.
But like
that call-up was terrible.
I don't get the idea. Like, what was the point of it? Just
zero.
It almost seemed like, okay, you might not wrestle again. Let's give you a cup of coffee here on the main roster. That's what it kind of feels like.
Yeah, but to do it in such a terrible, like an awful way.
I know.
Like, why bother? Like, he's the king of NXT.
I know. Why bother having him show up for a couple months just for him to be gone a year?
I mean, honestly, like, he's probably just covering for Vince,
Yeah, maybe.
Like, it's probably just a thing. Like you had said before, it's probably just Vince saying, who are the 4 top guys in NXT? Well, here's for the top 4 guys right now.
I want them now.
All right, well, this guy, he might need a neck thing. What? You work through it. Now, we need ratings now. Announce it in a slideshow at the beginning.
Yeah, I know.
With a half-assed video package.
Yeah.
Oh, can we give him like a really good video package? No, half-assed. Half-assed. They can't think that they're too good. Nobody's bigger than WWE. Anyways. So, yeah, man, that's bad.
That is bad.
I'm not happy about that. You know who else is not happy, Larson?
Oh, happy you mentioned that. Tyler Breeze.
Yeah.
So he went on a bit of a tweet storm.
Man, are they just watching? So a lot of like We Book Raw again, angles pushed via tweets.
No, that seems shoot, man.
Oh, wow.
So Tyler Breeze took Twitter to voice some discontent about his current situation, saying things like, been underutilized or whatever you want to call it for 4 years. And then Wrestling Inc. picked up on that with the headline, WB stars seem unhappy with how they're being utilized. And he says, ha, 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 does he? And then someone asked him about when Fandango comes back, getting the Fashion Police back together. And he responds, you don't think there's a plan, do you?
He says, you don't actually think there's a plan, do you? Oh, man. Wow.
He got a new haircut, and now he's it's like, I got a weight off my head. Time to get some weight off my shoulders
It's
too.
Festivus every day for Tyler Breeze.
Man.
Oh man.
It's interesting to see talent these days. Maybe because they know, well, there's AEW there. They're just, if they're unhappy, they just post a tweet.
So circling back to the conversation about the John Oliver
Yes.
piece, that's one thing I kind of wanted to bring up too. This is why it is so damn important for there to be true competition.
Yep.
I'm not talking about, I mean, look, it's even better if they're actually successful, but a company out there with the resources to compete with the WWE over talent, because in talent, and here's the thing, we've seen the beginnings of that. People that are in a very good leverage type position. Daniel Bryan, from what we can understand, has been given more days off than your normal WWE wrestler. If that becomes the norm, if, what's a big name? If Shinsuke Nakamura says, I want to go to All Elite Wrestling because they're offering me days off, or, shock, health insurance.
Yeah.
WWE then might actually, in order to try to keep some of these wrestlers, which they're trying to lock up, they might have to start offering this stuff.
Yep.
And that can only benefit the wrestlers, the product, and us fans. So, we want WWE to be squeezed out of, they got all this money. Why don't you start plunking down for something as simple as health insurance?
Yes. All Elite Wrestling superstar Hangman Page tweeted about the
I'm glad you brought that up.
Last Week Tonight bit, saying, quote, Last Week Tonight piece shined a light on just how little power wrestlers have had over their terms of employment in an industry with little to no competition or regulation. Sobering reminder that you can be our biggest advocates with how you spend your money and time.
Yeah. That's totally true. We should be cheering on All Elite Wrestling to succeed, whether you like the product or not. If they succeed, then, we'll get wrestlers in better positions.
Yep. And I really hope All Elite leads the charge in terms of offering these benefits
to the
wrestlers to force WWE's hand.
If the Young Bucks really want to change the world, then try to change the world of wrestling and take care of your wrestlers. That's what they should be doing. Did you see, before we begin our Raw preview, did you hear about the latest Holy Grail wrestling video?
I did.
Did
you see because that woman was posting little clips of it?
Yeah.
Did you see the one of, what's his name, Tom McGee?
Tom McGee, I think.
Celebrating?
Yeah.
You could tell right then he wasn't going to make it.
Dude, did you watch, oh man, who linked it? I don't know if it was Pro Wrestling Sheet. I got to find it. The 1986 Wrestling Observer Worst Match of the Year. It was McGee versus, which I had never heard of this guy.
Oh, I've heard the story.
Okay.
That he was like a power lifter that Vince saw and thought he could be the next Hogan.
All right. So it was McGee versus, I forget his name, it was a Japanese wrestler. And it was like almost a 3-minute match. It was ranked worst of the year 1986. Oh my God, I watched the entire thing. It's beautiful. It is absolutely a work of art in how bad it is. This guy was the worst. He was the absolute worst. I got to show it to you. Maybe during Overrun we'll watch it or something.
Like a good idea.
And then somebody else posted like another match, a Sergeant Slaughter match versus some twig of a human being with a mustache from like early 80s, I think. And this guy literally, like, it's as if he had not been trained, had never watched wrestling before. Yeah. It's pretty hilarious. I can't wait. I hope that lady, I wish I had her name.
Yeah.
I hope she uploads that video to YouTube sometime soon. I think she said she was going to.
And then I can't remember who tweeted about it in response to that. Said something like, now someone find Daniel Bryan versus Minoru Suzuki. Or Bryan Danielson versus Minoru Suzuki.
Oh.
Like, I don't know if that was a joke.
Yeah.
Or if that match exists. Because if so, I really want to see it.
Yeah. And then people unearthed footage of MJF on Rosie Rosie
Oh,
O'Donnell.
yeah. That was going
pretty
around
funny,
on Twitter this morning, too.
Hold on. Pro Wrestling Sheet might have the name of... let's see here. Mary Kate Anthony at Mary Kayfabe. If you want to follow her and get the latest on this Bret Hart Tom McGee tape.
Yes.
Oh, that's great. That's awesome stuff.
Throws up double thumbs ups.
Bret Hart just selling
I know.
for him. That was awesome.
Well, of course Tom McGee is gonna look great if Bret Hart's like selling him like he can never sell. I was watching WrestleMania 10, Bret versus Owen Hart. Mm-hmm. Because it's supposed to be like like one of the best WrestleMania matches ever. And it's a good match.
Are you gonna crap on it? Yeah.
No, it's a good match.
Yeah.
There's something about Bret doesn't do it for me.
Yeah.
I've tried.
He's grown on me a bit over the years, a little bit. Like, I kind of want to retract my... Actually, I shouldn't. That brought us into a lot of new followers.
I'm not going to retract. I think Bret Hart is overrated.
The most controversial...
I thought in that match, granted, Owen was working heel. I thought he was a more captivating wrestler in that match. Owen was.
Okay, so I'll actually agree with you on that one. Every time, Owen actually does a lot more for me than Bret did. Yeah. I'm with you.
He's got a more interesting moveset.
Yeah.
Of course, because he worked, the junior heavyweight division, New Japan, a lot.
I think Bret had more of an it factor. Well, I don't know. My image of Owen is a bit tainted because I got into wrestling when he was doing his more goofier stuff.
Mm-hmm. Well, I was thinking about Owen. At least he seemed like he had a sense of humor.
Yeah, that's true too. Yeah, that's totally true.
He seemed like he wasn't taking himself seriously all the time, and actually having fun from time to time.
But if you look at some of his there's a lot of great sort of gift collections out there of some of his earlier matches.
It's incredible.
Oh my God, talk about ahead of his time.
In the match too, in the WrestleMania 10 match, he does a tombstone on Bret, lands on his knees. Like, why did he think to land on his rear end when he dropped so cold with a tombstone? It's really weird.
That is really weird. I don't know why anybody do that. Time for Raw preview.
Oh, it's long.
Oh my God, this is half the notes.
It's so long.
This is so long. Yeah, it goes from 2.5 pages in. It's a 5-page note set. Oh my gosh.
You read the first one.
Okay. Hold on a second. La 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 la. Drinking water. Here we go. Can WrestleMania's main event superstars coexist against the Riot Squad? There's 2 paragraphs on the Riot Squad.
Actually 3, yeah.
The journey to the main event of this year's WrestleMania main event has grown increasingly complicated in recent weeks. You can call that recent months. And needlessly complicated. And it hits another sharp turn on Monday night when Raw Women's Champion Ronda Rousey teams with Becky Lynch and new SmackDown Women's Champion Charlotte Flair to battle the Riot Squad in a 6-woman tag team bout. If Rousey, Lynch, or Flair betray either of their teammates, they will be removed from the Raw Women's title main event of this year's show of show. They're trying to make it even more complicated in one single week left.
Also, they announced this morning that Stephanie was going to make an announcement regarding this match too. It's probably just in terms of the title situation, but
nonetheless, they need to clarify that, man.
Hiccups.
And so the preview continues. And yes, you read that right. The Queen defeated Asuka this past Tuesday night to snare the women's title of Team Blue, meaning that she could very well hold 2 championships when WrestleMania draws to a close. Of course, that match could change drastically and lose a participant on Raw. With tensions running high, Becky, Ronda, and Charlotte will be hard-pressed to work as a team and secure their place in the first ever women's main event of WrestleMania. Boy, they are really milking this for every story beat they possibly can.
They really are. Kurt Angle battles Rey Mysterio in his final Raw match. 2 superstars credited with putting SmackDown on the map in the early 2000s will battle it out, one last time. Strangely enough, on Monday Night Raw, as Kurt Angle faces Rey Mysterio in the final Raw match of his farewell tour. You got Hiccups. The Olympic hero and the ultimate underdog have mixed it up numerous times in the past, including a memorable clash at SummerSlam 2002. But their final match together on Raw could eclipse their prior confrontations in terms of sheer emotion. This will mark Angle's penultimate match as he will compete in the ring for one last time against Baron Corbin at WrestleMania.
Who the hell gets Hiccups?
I do. As Angle battles his longtime friend, the bitter lone wolf.
Hey.
Will surely be watching.
You're turning into like the cartoonish clown town drunk.
I thought the hiccups only happened when they were actively drinking, though.
Well, yeah. You got some hooch down under there?
I'm
You gonna pull out a flask? That's what I'm getting you for your next birthday.
I'm done with that stuff for a while.
Getting. Oh man, yeah. That's exactly what Lacey said on Saturday morning. Whoo boy.
Oh really?
Oh boy. Yeah, it was so bad. I'm not gonna drink again for a while. Continuing on, Brock Lesnar comes to Raw to extinguish Seth Rollins' fire. Seth Rollins laid out Paul Heyman this past Monday night, and he didn't even need to touch him. After the advocate for Universal Champion Brock Lesnar delivered what he thought was a verbal parting shot to the Beast Slayer, Rollins stomped up the entrance ramp after Heyman, who fell backwards in shock, in a very cartoonish fashion, too, and proceeded to beg for mercy from his client's WrestleMania challenger. With fire in his eyes and the WWE Universe at his back, Rollins affirmed, "We are going to WrestleMania. We're going to beat Brock Lesnar. We are going to take the Universal title, and we are going to march into Suplex City, and we're going to burn it down." How will Lesnar respond to the increasingly emboldened architect 6 nights before their WrestleMania showdown?
Probably with an F5. Are the Boston Hug Connection facing impossible odds at WrestleMania? WWE Women's Tag Team Champions Bayley and Sasha Banks are warriors determined to take on any challenger from any brand. But at WrestleMania, the Huggable One and the Boss have agreed to defend their titles against 3 powerful teams in Nia Jackson, Tamina, Beth Phoenix, and Natalya, and the Iconics. With the Samoan Slaughterhouse and the newly reunited Divas of Doom representing imposing physical challenges for the Boston Hug Connection. The conniving and rule-bending Billy Kay and Peyton Royce represent a psychological obstacle for Bayley and Sasha Banks. After all, no one enjoys getting inside the head or under the skin of their opponents quite like the Iconics. How are Bayley and Sasha Banks preparing for the fatal 4-way match they've brought upon themselves? Get it together. Come on, be professional.
You're talking to me about getting it together? Oh, man.
I can't control my hiccups.
There you guys.
I held my breath, too, while you're reading the last thing.
What's going on, ladies? Okay, here we go. Will Roman Reigns attain retribution against Drew McIntyre before WrestleMania? Roman Reigns' acceptance of Drew McIntyre's WrestleMania challenge this past Monday night was met with a savage attack by the Scottish psychopath, who later battled the big dog, Shield brother Dean Ambrose, in a last man standing match. Taking particular glee in pummeling the Hounds of Justice, McIntyre dismantled and defeated the Lunatic Fridge, sending a horrific message to his Show of Shows opponent. How will Reigns respond on the final Raw before WrestleMania? Tune in to Monday Night Raw live at 8/7 Central on USA Network. Why did they do the plug?
There's like 5 more entries, too.
In the middle of the preview.
I don't know, man. I thought it was over. And I scrolled down, and then they just gave us all of Raw, pretty much.
Here we go.
Batista returns to Raw just 6 days after he makes his in-ring return against his former friend and ally.
Before he makes his in-ring.
Sorry, I was thinking about not hiccuping. Triple H in a no-holds-barred match. Batista returns to Raw to respond to the game. What message will the animal deliver to Triple H before the cerebral assassin puts his career on the line in one of WrestleMania's most bitter and personal contests?
Oh, man, thank God you had a short one there.
Yeah, I know.
Next, can Aleister Black and Ricochet convert their recent success into a Raw Tag Team Championship reign? Since they began competing on Raw and SmackDown, boy, wouldn't it be cool to see them take those titles into TakeOver? That'd be pretty neat.
That would be neat.
Since they began competing on Raw and SmackDown Live earlier this year, Aleister Black and Ricochet have been on an absolute tear, drawing accolades from all over the WWE Universe. Their momentum has led to 2 victories against Raw Tag Team Champions The Revival in recent weeks. With WrestleMania on the horizon, Black and Ricochet have another huge opportunity to win their Raw Tag Team titles. The last time the Revival put the titles on the line against Black and Ricochet, Bobby Roode and Chad Gable interfered, leading to a disqualification victory for the pair of NXT standouts, which meant the titles did not change hands. Can Black and Ricochet capitalize on the recent string of success, or will the prospect of losing the coveted titles propel the Revival in showing their opponents why they are, say yeah, top guys?
They go hard.
They go hard.
All day, all night. Beth Phoenix returns to action in an 8-woman tag team match. Ready to battle any and all challenge. Wait, did we already have a...
That's a sick man.
No, we had a woman tag title entry already. There's 2 of them.
Oh my God, you're right.
Ready to battle any and all challengers. Wait. It's kind of the same thing, too. The Boston Hug
that's
Connection are set
funny.
to defend the women's tag team titles against Beth Phoenix and Natalya, Nia Jackson, Tamina, and the Iconics at WrestleMania. However, with less than a week before the show of shows, Bayley and Sasha Banks will team up with the newly reformed Divas of Doom to battle the combined forces of the Samoan Slaughterhouse.
They did 2 of these entries.
And they're kind of the same thing. And the Iconics in 8-woman tag team match. Can each respective pair of duos coexist to sway momentum in their favor, or will the impending WrestleMania showdown force the battle into a state of chaos? Find out when Beth Phoenix wrestles her first match on Raw in over 6 years this Monday night.
And mercifully, the Raw preview has
come to an end.
Oh, Lordy B.
Oh, my goodness.
Lordy
Let's do some
B.
questions. Jeffrey Nguyen asks, what's your shoe sizes? We're both 10.5s.
Correct, Amundo.
Quoth the Raven, 79, slams down button. We got him. I don't know what that
Slams
means.
down button.
That's from
Some of
the
these are
show.
from like earlier in the
Yeah.
show, so I don't know.
The Enforcer, happy April Fool's Day to my 2 fave fools, Stephen Larson.
Oh, that's where I forgot to post the link. Discord. Once
Oh.
again, Steve forgets about Discord. You can be forgotten by Steve also for $1. Only $1. It gets you access to our Going in Raw Discord.
Mm-hmm.
What the hell is going on? Why did they turn the text upside down?
It's April Fool's Day, man.
Oh.
Quoth the Raven, 2019 Hall of Fame, Brutus the Barber Beefcake. Yeah, he's in the Hall of Fame now.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Yeah, Brutus is in. So, because that's dumb.
Flame Inc. Live, I asked before, but should Vince be fired or quit? I don't think... I think you'd have to be... They'd have to, like, the board would have to vote him off as chairman. It's my understanding. Or vote him out as CEO or keep him as chairman.
Yeah, that sounds right.
But as long as the money's rolling in, that's probably not going to happen.
Yeah, no, like last we heard, it was ages ago, but I don't know, it was Meltzer or somebody who was talking about one of those earnings calls and just their stock or whatever. And like the idea is the board apparently or shareholders feel that Vince is so synonymous with the success of WWE that if he were to step down or quit or get fired or whatever,
Yeah, the stock would
the
crater.
stock would plummet. Yeah.
You have a pen over there? You have a writing utensil?
Oh yeah, I got a writing utensil.
Quoth the Raven 79 says beefcake math. He wants beefcake math. All right.
Oh, we did beefcake math
Didn't we?
before. Yeah.
In ring.
It wasn't a pretty thing.
3.
Yeah.
Promo. I don't know. 4.
I've never heard him talk.
Yeah, I have. Look. I mean, 2. His getup was never that interesting. Legacy.
Legacy's like 1. I mean, his legacy is he provided the set for the Shawn Michaels
Yeah.
heel
That's
turn.
his legacy. Kayfabe, probably like a 2.
Yeah.
9. That's 3. 2 plus.
2. That sounds like that's right.
Sounds about right for beefcake.
I can't read this stuff when it's upside down. Here we go. Greg Morris. What if Asuka costs Charlotte tonight to get a match at Mania? I think Asuka's out of the situation for right now. I think she'll enter it again after Mania. I'm not going to read that. I can't read this stuff. I'm not reading upside down. Oh, no. Well, who's this? Cody Miles says Steve here is a Bret stan now.
Are you going to stand Bret?
I stand Bret.
Daniel Randall, hi guys. Just came out of hip replacement surgery.
Oh my gosh.
24.
Oh wow.
Just want to say hi. Your content has helped me so much in the last 18 months, which have been horrible for me. I can't thank you enough.
Oh my goodness. I'm
Hope
so
you're on
sorry
the
to
mend
hear that.
soon, Daniel.
Absolutely, yeah.
Tim Spulak says, shout out to Tyler Harville, amazing friendo.
All right, shout out to Tyler.
Marcus Harrison, free $2. Hope you're enjoying some fish and broccoli in the office today, Marcus.
Marcus, man, you should have kept that $2 and gone out and got yourself a couple of dollar tacos or something somewhere so that your office mates don't have to suffer through the misery of you heating up your nasty lunch in the office microwave. What a horrible coworker he is.
No,
Etiquette.
I stand by Marcus.
Marcus lacks etiquette. Put that on a shirt.
Wayne Maker, does Steve get 80% of the super chat cash, as that's how much of the screen his gargantuan frame takes up?
Wow.
Just a tip, fella. DDP Yoga. Thank me later.
I mean,
did some DDP yoga
at
this
least
weekend.
DDP Yoga can help me from being can maybe slim me down. I'm not sure what helps it. The affliction of giant head.
This program you guys have got is too much.
Gigantism in the head.
Jack Daddy Umpire Rich.
If you poke a little pin in Waymaker's head, does it go psst? Oh, you joined in.
What's that?
You just joined in. Good job. You went.
The Jack Daddy umpire, Rich Hardesty, just hearing Nash shooting how it's tough to book Cena.
Oh, we'll have to watch that later.
Zach Linder, can you do a for him sponsor spot as Cena and Corbin?
Well, this is a Quip episode, so we're gonna do a Quip.
Well, we already did our read, so we'll ask us this tomorrow. I don't think there's.
Do we have a hymns tomorrow?
I don't think we have any reads tomorrow, so we'll do it tomorrow.
John, I notice your teeth aren't looking as sparkly as they usually do. Corbin?
Yeah.
I want to do Taker Cena. I'm going to change the script.
Well, I'll do
John, Baron. Oh, God. Baron, your teeth are yellow and gross. You're an idiot. I want to humiliate you in front of the world.
Why would you want to do that to me?
Are you using Quip for your toothbrush?
Explain toothbrush.
Oh, dear. All right. The Wrestle Dude. The Elite all have animals on their T-shirts, like a deer, cat, pharaoh, dog. What animal from Animal Kingdom do you have on yours?
I'll have my pug Zoe.
I'm going to have my baby gypsy bug with her little cute little face barking at me.
Josh Little, he wants Marty Skrull and Pentagon math. So we'll start with Party Marty.
Party Marty?
In ring. He's a really good wrestler.
Yeah, he's good. I'll give him a 6.
7. He's actually a really good technical wrestler. Promo. It's a decent promo, like 6, 7.
Yeah, I'd give him a 6 for promo.
Look. I mean,
he's really small. He's exceedingly small.
He is, but he's a really handsome guy.
He looks more like a movie villain than a wrestling villain.
And then like all his robes and stuff, that all looks great. The mask, that looks great.
He works really hard on his own attire.
Yeah.
I'll give him a 7 for look.
Yeah. Legacy.
Kind
of too early to tell, but
too early to tell. Really early.
So we'll say 6 because he's part of the Elite. That's good legacy.
Yeah.
They're changing the world, Steve. Kayfabe. I think he's currently one of the Ring of Honor 6-man tag champs.
Yeah, give him a 5 for kayfabe, I guess.
26 plus 17, almost 6.
Yeah,
basically
okay.
A 6 wrestler.
Yeah, I was a little hard on him. I could see him as a 6 wrestler.
And then right. Pentagon.
Oh man, this guy might break the bank here.
In ring.
You know what, dude? Oh, in ring, freaking 8.
Yeah. Promo.
Here's the funny thing about him. So we've often talked about how it's difficult to ascertain what a dude's promo is like.
Yeah.
If there's a language barrier. there.
Yeah.
With him, that dude's killer on the mic. I don't have to know the language.
8 promo. I gave him a 10 for looks. He looks amazing.
Dude, he looks fantastic.
Legacy.
It's early.
He's highly decorated in AAA, though, I believe.
Yeah. I feel like in order to have a strong legacy, you have to kill it in one of the 2 big promotions.
I don't necessarily think that's the case.
Or, I mean, 3, you can call it CMLL, I guess.
I think legacy. I don't necessarily think you have to necessarily perform at a high level at the.
Like anybody can have a high legacy
promotion.
For putting on a strong showing in MLW.
Yeah, but he was like Lucha Underground champion too.
Yeah, dude.
He's won a bunch of stuff.
I'm not gonna put.
He's
that
7 legacy.
No.
6 then.
No. At best 5.
He's gonna his legacy.
It's too early. What are you talking about?
His legacy is gonna be below Marty Skrull's.
Yeah, we don't even know Marty's. We don't know Marty's.
It
could be the
6.
same.
6.
Give him a 5.
6.
Oh my gosh.
6. Kayfabe. He wins titles everywhere he goes.
Yeah, but he just lost to the Young Bucks.
He's gonna get those titles back though.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know.
He's booked incredibly strong. 6
kayfabe.
Fine.
That's to offset your horrible legacy rating.
He's almost a 7.
Yeah, that sounds right. But then he's got room for improvement.
Yeah, obviously.
Go to NXT and then we'll start talking.
Tom talks rubbish. Am I the only one excited for Batista versus Triple H?
Nah, man, I'm into it. It's going to be a slow, plodding match.
Yeah.
But I don't care. I like Batista. I think he's great. And
Me
Triple
too.
H is great.
TJ Few says, "Rest in peace, Nipsey Hussle."
I know. That's so sad.
a bummer.
Oh, that's so
That's a real
sad.
bummer, man.
I'm not really too familiar with his music, but
He
once
seemed like
I,
he's doing some good stuff for his community.
yeah, once I heard about it, I did a little research yesterday on him. I was like, wow, that is awful. That is so
Well, he
sad.
opened up like a STEM learning center,
Oh, wow.
so that's really cool.
Man.
It's really cool.
That's a
Yes, it's
bummer.
too bad. W Vang 0013 G1 Supercard predictions. And when it comes to the Chaos Mole, they seem to have dropped it after Beretta left. He was supposed to get a big heavyweight push
Oh, wow.
because Trent is a heavyweight now.
Yeah,
We'll do the Supercard predictions on the Friday news show.
that sounds good.
So Thursday, you'll get Mania predictions in a standalone video. Also, Thursday, NXT 205 Live, NXT UK recap. We'll do our takeover predictions.
Yes,
and then
correct.
Friday news show, we'll do G1 Supercard predictions.
All correct. All that is correct.
Tom Talks Rubbish, Cultaholic collaboration, please. We'd love to do that.
We have something in mind that we're going to work on after Mania to hopefully get a lot of different YouTubers involved. Nick Bartlett, if Kurt Angle had added 205 Live and NXT opponents, who would you have liked to have seen him face?
Oh, Matt Riddle.
He says his picks are Drew Gulak and Kyle O'Reilly. I really like that, though. Matt Riddle.
Matt
be
Riddle.
great.
Quoth the Raven, 79. Think all John Oliver accomplished is to give more items for signs to be removed and chance to be overdubbed.
No, I think hopefully he exposed a part of the business that needs to be exposed to a wider audience.
Kyle Young says that Shimmer this weekend, kind of a bummer, lots of injuries. Mercedes
Man, really?
Mercedes Martinez apparently injured her ribs.
Oh, no.
And then, who else got hurt? Charlie Morgan.
Oh, really? That's sad.
Yeah, they both got hurt.
I saw that Allie died on Impact. That was kind of cool.
Because she's going to All Elite.
Yeah, she's going to All Elite Wrestling.
Zach Hughes, 94. Which match will Raw fail to build momentum for this week?
Which match will Raw fail to... I don't know,
Take
man.
your pick.
Yeah, kind of take your pick. I mean, I guess Brock is probably going to... Is Brock going to be there at Raw tonight? Probably going to be there at Raw tonight. So we'll maybe get a little bit of momentum there, but I feel like that's just going to be paint by numbers. I'm not sure how much this Riot Squad tag match is going to build for the main event.
Nothing.
Yeah, this might be a crew. Well, okay, so I'll say this. Maybe we'll get some clarification on the Raw tag titles, what might happen with those at Mania, if anything. Excellence of Flexecution. Is the Hates Championship going to be defended during Mania weekend? Unfortunately, no.
No.
No, the Hates Champion is currently overseas for the foreseeable future. So the Hates Championship is up in the air officially.
Yeah. Wayne Maker. Larson is on neat gin, so coastal trendy. Coastal trendy, sorry. I don't drink gin neat. Liam Wagner, that Raw preview must be an April Fool's joke. Could be.
Oh, that could be, huh?
Dragon Reborn says Steve is corpsing.
So that's when you're laughing so hard you die, apparently.
All right.
Something like
All
that.
right.
I think
All
corpsing
right.
is
All right.
laughing a lot.
Gotcha.
Not to be confused with ghosting, which is when you just ignore somebody on all social media.
David Wondolowski. Iconics are hilarious all the time. Hope they win.
I love them. I think they're great.
Kyle Young says, best cure for hiccups, drinking water from a glass, but from the rim opposite your mouth so your chin is in the glass. Wouldn't that just pour water all over you?
That can't be correct, Kyle Young.
I think he's just trying to embarrass me on my own show.
He
He
says,
says, or
Waymaker would
Steve
say,
here,
take the piss.
Steve here could just scare Larson. Well, now I'm expecting it.
Yeah, I don't think we're not children. You don't scare easily.
Steven Garcia, Bruce, Elise, and James would make a hilarious watch party guess. Make it happen, please.
We gotta build a transporter. They're 400 miles away.
I know.
But I love them all. I think that'd be great. I think they're actually in Austin right now, filming Arizona Circle.
Yeah.
Wait, not Arizona. Is it Arizona Circle?
Yes,
Is that what
it
it
is.
is?
You got that right.
Let's see here. Thomas Speller, which semi-active WWE wrestler would you like to see come back for a retirement tour like Kurt Angle? And who would you like to see them face?
An Undertaker.
A retirement tour for Undertaker?
Because then it means he'd be done wrestling.
Yeah, maybe.
The Red Baron. Fun wrestling. Larson Hunter versus Drunk Larson.
Well, Larson Hunter wins.
Yeah, Larson Hunter beats
Hunter
every
wins.
Larson.
Yeah.
Mike Lucas. Kane math. Kane math.
Okay, we'll do Kane math.
In ring. He's decent. He's a 6 wrestler.
In his heyday, he was definitely a 6 wrestler.
He's
Yeah.
a promo. He's like a 5 promo.
Yeah.
Look. It's Nate.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's a great look.
Great look. Legacy.
Pretty strong legacy. I mean, your legacy is... Did he ever break out from being sidekick to Undertaker? Did he ever break out from being not Undertaker? He's not Undertaker.
No, I'd give him a 7 legacy.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Kayfabe. He's won a lot of titles.
Yeah, they booked him strong. They booked him stronger than people think.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say like a 7 kayfabe.
Mm-hmm. So 19 divided by 3, that's 6 plus. He's a 6 plus wrestler. Black Mega Man, Going in Raw host math. Can you rank yourself by your own system? Didn't we do that?
Yeah, we did that on Overrun last week, I think.
Came out about equal, I thought.
So if you want to watch that, plunk down $5. We were very complimentary because we did it on each other.
Mm-hmm. Mike A.
Yeah.
Just $1. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
No comment.
It's not worth $5, by the way.
No. Rich in 03, please shout out to my son Chase. He's 6. Loves you guys.
Chase in the house.
Hi, Chase.
Hi, Chase. If we curse, use curse words, cover your ears. Do as your dad says, not as what he does.
Clayton Hughes, someone brought the hiccup gas. Yeah, I got hiccups.
Yeah,
Something
man.
awful.
Is there actual gas you can utilize?
I don't know.
And then...
I don't know.
Oh, God. Big match, Zach. Would making Stephanie McMahon special guest ref hurt the main event at all for Mania? Yes! Yeah. It's Jack Daddy or GTFO.
Yeah. 99-cent message retracted. Steve's favorite.
I love the message retracted.
Tom talks rubbish. Simon Miller thoughts. Great.
Oh,
it was a pleasure meeting him.
Let's do Simon Miller math.
Oh, wow. He was a really nice guy.
Yeah.
In ring.
Oh, friggin'. I've never seen one of his matches, but I'll give him a 7 just because he's a friggin' great person.
Promo.
Yeah, let's just rank this based on him as a person that we know.
Yeah.
So in ring, I mean, he's great on What Culture. So give him like a 10.
Yeah. Promo.
Oh, 10.
10. Look.
Are you kidding me? Who doesn't want to look like that guy?
I do.
9 because he don't have any hair. 9 because you don't have any hair.
I mean,
you need hair for a 10.
You don't need hair for a 10.
You definitely need
Tell
hair.
That to what, Stone Cold, and give him, you're going to dock him a point because he has no hair?
Yeah, pretty much.
No.
Yeah.
Legacy.
Oh, are you kidding me? That dude kept... What Culture lost all of their heavy hitters, all their main eventers,
he kept
and they
going.
reloaded around him. 10.
Kayfabe.
Oh, I book him strong always. 10.
Yeah, 10. Broke the chart. Almost perfect 10.
So I don't know about him as a wrestler, but in turn, I don't have a large enough sample size. He hadn't been around that long as a wrestler. He was out injured for a while.
He's a good dude.
As in terms of a human being, 9 plus.
Yeah.
All he needs is hair.
No, I don't think the hair is a necessity.
The dynamic Knight Martinez, Joshua Martinez. Do you think the last week tonight piece will do anything to further the agenda of healthcare for wrestlers? Will it be effective? I think, there is no home run in this situation. Mm-mm. It's awareness and then action now.
Unless there's enough people mobilizing to make a statement about it, it probably won't do much of anything.
I think it needs to become a thing.
Yeah.
That's continual, and maybe this can be the catalyst for that.
# give wrestlers insurance.
Yeah, something like that.
Jax showed up. I lose hope that Seth will win by the day.
I lose hope that Seth... Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he might.
I'll probably predict against that happening.
Villalobos, thank you. The Prodigy, 58, with 17 matches. Someone's getting squashed.
Who's getting squashed, dude? Is Seth going to get squashed?
If he loses, it's probably going to be a short match. Whoever Cena takes on. The Red Baron, Freebirds math. We've done that. I think they were a 7+ tag team.
Yeah.
Kyle Young, Hiccup Cure is legit. One looks silly. You have to tip the glass away from you and kind of chase the water. You are adjusting how you take in air by doing it. All right.
What? Well, we'll try it off camera. Because the last thing I need is...
The only thing I have is this. I can fit like half my face into this thing.
Yeah, all right. I don't know
if it's going to be...
It's just a mess. We can't do it, Kyle.
Sorry.
And the show's almost over anyways.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, who cares if he has hiccups at that point?
Yeah.
Samuel Brankowitz.
Hiccups are welcome on Overrun, however.
Oh, that's right. We got Overrun. Yeah, it enhances Overrun.
Totally.
Samuel Brankowitz. Shouldn't WWE be more supportive of new wrestling promotions like All Elite? You'd think that seeing another promotion succeed would be beneficial to keeping all of sports entertainment relevant. Hell no. WWE is in no position to want to see competition succeed because it just means they have to plunk down more money. They can't do everything they want to do. So no, from a business perspective, they don't want to see All Elite Wrestling succeed. But everybody else, including us fans and all wrestlers, should definitely want All Elite to succeed.
Yes.
Quentin, who has benefited the least since? Oh, this is easy. Since leaving Impact for WWE, I am the top. Like what, 90% at this point? I am in the lower 1%. It's EC3.
Yeah.
Abby Love. Who do you hope has the best entrance at Mania?
Baron Corbin. Give him a boat.
Yeah, that'd be great. Hey.
This just in from Fightful. WWE issued statement on John Oliver piece.
Ooh, what do they say?
Says Oliver ignored facts, invites him to WrestleMania.
Oh my gosh.
This is the statement. John Oliver, is this really? Maybe this might be a. Hold on. I want to make sure this is an April Fool's thing.
Yeah, there you go. WWE.com. Well, I'll just go to WWE.com, see if there's anything there.
Well, sometimes I kind of bury the new stuff.
Their breaking news is Brutus the Barber Beefcake. Batista returns. WWE news. More WWE news. Nothing here. Let me check their Twitter account.
Anyways, I'll read it anyways. This is Fightful has what?
Well, hold on. Don't read it unless we know it's like actually real. Where are they getting it from?
It says they got it from WWE.
They got it from WWE?
Sometimes when they issue like responses, they don't necessarily post it on their Twitter.
All right. Well, this is from Fightful.
Yeah, I mean, as I read through it, it seems like it could be legit.
Okay, go ahead.
Fightful is a great source, so.
Yeah, Fightful's great.
It's just this first sentence, the first clause of the first sentence. John Oliver is clearly a clever and humorous entertainer. However, the subject matter covered in his WWE segment is no laughing matter. Prior to airing, WWE responded to his producers refuting every point in its one-sided presentation. John Oliver simply ignored the facts that health and wellness of our performers is the single most important aspect of our business, and we have a comprehensive, long-standing talent wellness program. We invite John Oliver to attend WrestleMania this Sunday to learn more about our company.
I mean, see, that's kind of, I don't know, that's some bullshit right there. Because,
yeah,
like, I don't know, what, like, are you going to point out some facts that he got wrong with some,
some actually real facts?
Some alternative.
Do you have
facts?
better facts?
Do you have alternative facts for us, please? Well, I don't know. Anyways, okay, that's cool. I mean, hey, if nothing else, he accomplished getting their attention.
Yeah,
they watched it.
If they invite him to WrestleMania, maybe he gets to watch the show.
Yeah,
free gratis.
Yeah, could be. Anyways, we got an overrun coming up for
Yes.
$1 and up patrons.
Hold on. We got a bunch of new super chats here.
Oh dear.
Oh my goodness.
Oh wow.
Josh Little says Goldberg math. We did that in best worst wrestlers episode. He's like 6.
Best worst wrestler. Yeah, he was one of the higher rated best worst wrestlers. Because like killer promo, killer look, high legacy, and strong kayfabe.
Yeah,
it was just his in ring was crap.
It's not good. Yeah. Trevin Womack. Which match at NXT TakeOver New York do you think will get 5 stars?
Main event could.
Yeah, it could.
Main event could.
Tag match could too.
Tag match could.
W.S. Fletcher. John made a great point with the Jesse clip. I'm curious if the government may step in with enough acknowledgement. Why hasn't the government looked into why these workers are still classified as independent contractors?
That is an interesting thing. The IRS. I wonder if it would be too exhaustive a thing to investigate companies that take advantage of the independent contractor rules.
At this point, it seems so widespread that
it's quite widespread. It's kind of like, why isn't minimum wage kept up with inflation? It's kind of that question. It's like there's an element of would they be torpedoing businesses like en masse if they really clamp down? But at some point, you got to step in and be like, hey, if you're treating these people like employees, you got to make them employees. So I don't know.
Tom Talks Rubbish. Have you seen Cultaholic April Fool's content? Not yet.
No, I have not.
Rob Too Cool. Would a Pat McAfee and Edge and Christian show be awesome? I'm not that familiar with Pat McAfee's work.
I have only seen a little bit of him, and I think he does decent work on the kickoff for NXT, but I've watched both the Mind of McAfee's on WWE. I'm kind of not really into it. But I don't know. He seems like a nice guy. Anyways, that's it for the show. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. We definitely appreciate it.
Pro Wrestling Sheet has the story up, too. So.
Okay, cool. Yeah,
Confirms.
no, you're right. That didn't sound like a...
No, it's just the first sentence. I was like, John Oliver was really clever. And
just it's April Fool's. You got to pay attention to everything. Sean Ross Sapp did have a good April Fool's gag, though.
That was great.
About what he was joining Ringside News.
It's pretty good.
The ongoing battle between wrestling journalism and Ringside News.
Yep. Continues.
It was pretty interesting. Anyways, thanks everybody for tuning in. We appreciate it. Overrun is up next. If you're listening to this in the audio realm, be sure to leave us a rating, review, or comment. It really does go a long way towards helping the show. And check us out on Patreon at patreon.com/Stephen Larson. Watching on YouTube, hit that subscribe button and the notify bell. We always got new Going In Raw content. Thanks for watching. Until next time, we'll talk to you guys later.
Goodbye.
Be a part of Going In Raw today at patreon.com/Stephen Larson. Starting at $1 a month, you can enjoy Going In Raw ad-free, gain access to the daily 30-minute Going In Raw post show, exclusive merchandise, and so much more. Support Going In Raw today. Click the link in the description.